morning. Good morning. Ishik, we'll press on into the main service. Revelation chapter 14. So we'll, I think the first 8 verses that need. Revelation chapter 14, 1 through 8, I believe. That's our text for today. Revelation 14, 1 through 8. This is what it reads. Then I looked, and behold, a Lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his Father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, like the voice of many waters, and like the voice of loud thunder. And I heard the sound of harpists playing their harps. They sang, as it were, a new song before the throne, before the 4 living creatures and the elders. And no one could learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth. These are the ones who were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are the ones who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These were redeemed from among men, being firstfruits to God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no deceit, for they are without fault before the throne of God. And I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to those who dwell on the earth, to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, "Fear God and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment has come, and worship him who made heaven and earth, the sea, and springs of water." And another angel followed, saying, "Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she has made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." Zion, Barake, the Bayajan Nelini, Sezego, Yitsa. Bishop in the Betha Bishop. Sahade, Nes Natin, Go, Ba'an, this thing go Ba'an. Did the mean. Ane na ko da betake bebike da aschingo yish nazen. To akayui da nelego dis aike. Nahadlen ko tits aiki nahadlen ko enda ayo its ako at nini Niniki Nahalingo Ya Ashte Ine de Set Ine Distagi Sin Be Neda Ne Okay, Ine de Set Agi Sin Be Nda Ne Sin Sin Oshib Ba Ndel Jei Ye Ndane Nahalin Gosidet the Set E Pecado Nahat Ai Betato Ado Kaat Ishi Tahinani Deiki Betato Inda Hastwiki Betato Nazigo Sin Anidi Ye Dahatrash Shabdatisin Do Bojosh Ash At Eda Hajo Ashadinez Nadin Gobaan Disdin Go Gobaan Din the meal Yild Ego Nahsan Betrato Nada Betis Nii Yigit Eya Disha Asanet Oye Adadol Choi Do Da Yehi Danle Nde Dide De Bayaje Nelini Narago Yike Ndakhe Dide Atse Nest Dan Lingua De Nebet Hato De God Inda De Bayaje Nelini Eta Nayisni Gochit Ado Gezedo Dadisata Endat Ado Be Bikehot Aheta Nte Nanasha Diyen Bonal Ai Ya Ashnike Yit Akoyishsa Nahastan Bakati Keda Hatini Adne Bishndahas Ani Ado Adne Dene Ado Bizad Adat Inda Nehokha Dene Danlini Asko Khaneyat Ehi Khaneyat Ehi Donnet Ye Yesh Khodorne Beniye Yego Yego Hadzi or Anne, the in God, the Dinosin, Ado, Ba Dahohni, Hala, Anaquit Agent. Hala anahwit ahjet ahol jish. Akodian God ya ashi ado nas zan twinted in the to khadaz lini agi lai bitchin ndahla na diin gonal ai na kekone konego china honelle Babylon ayot ego kin had ahiki ahi nachwishtas ahi nachwishtas ahi nachwishtas hala Hawain be naike be sit in Jirai as the ne as ho Dabajishla. Then I looked, and behold, the Lamb was standing on Mount Zion. Sa Nlecha that Mount Zion, Nego Yanat, Ego, Jerusalem Yanat, at Jerusalem, David, Lion, Ede, Aishnisha, Sa Yanat, Ego, Mount Zion, Nego, Jerusalem, Aishne. Akadi, the Bayashis Zingo. The Mount Zion, the Kat Yisazingwa, Yisham Janila. Jesus is back in Jerusalem. And that word lamb, Miki, Esa, it was reserved for the Bayazit. Chant the Bayazit or Yichito within days, on Zoni. An innocent baby that's how he describes the lamb Jesus. He saw Jesus, he saw the lamb standing on Mount Zion in Jerusalem. And with him, with Jesus were 144,000. These certain numbers are utilized, yeah. We saw that with Shanle, it said that in the previous chapters it talked about the 144,000 of the tribes of Israel, and then it counted from this tribe, Israel, from each tribe, that's what made up the 144,000. Jesus And there again, that's that number again, 144,000. Did Jesus having his name and the name of his Father written on their foreheads. Ado Jesus stop busy iki kwaike behakil. kedas chingo. Hatha ebe kedas chen ebe jo ha ebe ni na jo ebe das date. The people that have served in the military, United States Army, United States Marines, United States Air Force, on their uniform. So the God with the God way the hot Nico has busy not only God the Father, but Jesus Christ. The yin way the hot Nico busy on their foreheads with him. 144,000 having his name and the name of his father written on their foreheads. Dona kin ligo di in beat at ligo. Bishit. Hatat de baby kedash chingo. Jishta. Verse 2, and I heard a voice from heaven like the sound of many waters, like the sound of loud thunder. And the voice which I heard was like the sound of harpists playing on their harps. Ya stego ine se that's go. Di tro o hayudan lego hahos go shat kon lego on zonago as it's bubbling along Lego toda set about his done Lego oya house yola zonwati sashe. I couldn't ego in that he's grasping to try and describe the sound that he heard. The ines that's ila to dan Lego house go ton Lego enhadlen go that deeds he was failing to describe the sound that he heard, and he was grasping for another example. Thunder. You can't mistake it. No. We saw that here recently, last 3 weeks. That's it. You could hear the thunder at times. Harpist, the stringed instrument. Have you ever heard someone play the harp? So that's it was hard to describe. He was grasping to try to describe what it was that he heard. So a stringed instrument. Verse 3, and they sang a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and the elders. The setting then goes back to heaven. Ya'ashas ade atha Allah de behot ashas age. Shan Coben, just there's the four living creatures, the elders, the Nasago. Ndela, this sin, ani de ko, ye the hatashko. So that's and they sang a new song. That word new. In the Greek, it brings out the idea that it's fresh. Chant certain songs. That's not a fresh song. It's been sung over so many times. Bahani digenis maso e kano ale ha kako yosh the kancha butter the bahali ko. Kot ena hadlen ko to ato klad ile ko ato nani kaswa andi setoko. It's fresh. So that's the idea that he's getting across. Sin ani de ko ye da kash. Din beslas agi benas agi de benaya geshin akot ahji kash ani the sin in the sight of the throne before the four living creatures and the elders. And no one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been purchased from the earth. Accepted these 144,000. Ye and so it's specific to the 144,000 that are with Jesus. There's an experience that's unique, that's special, that only they can testify to. Sunday school lesson alluded to this. There's a unique relationship right there. There is a transaction that's happened. There is a spiritual work that's happened. And they are the only ones that can sing this song. Who had been purchased from the earth. And I think on the New King James Version, I think in my Bible it says, what verse is that? 3. Before the four living creatures and the elders, and no one could learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth. Unique relationship, unique experience. That word purchased or redeemed, the Greek word, it means to buy in the marketplace. It's not ego, adik enda lego ade nada ige nada ija. That's the idea. Ade not ndabat isni nasan bekade. And it also means a transfer of ownership. Nadabat isni. Cheshi beat and leaned there. At one time, before the people came to buy it, Dimana inihiki beat leaned there. He belonged to somebody else. He was somebody else's possession. But along comes the buyer, the purchaser. Naisni ko diniyago. Naisni ko. Kadito tipi na jutlita. Hindi nabisniki ela. Beaches ni. Can you see the imagery in that? You ain't ego the shonako. Dina hassan beat and eat clean day. Ya the shi beat and eat clean day. Go. Digin Jesus the yago. None his sneko. Beat the sea clean. There was a transfer of ownership. Now stalo di betadet beat and eat clean. Nikiti chiko Jesus chuko be the sea cliko it in what London clean. So then the Shwanago, nothing can call the fish water. God's of Liddy bin leader, none is in the in Jesus, none is knee, a beaten. There's a transfer of ownership. You have been purchased with a price. Again, nada but these knee, Nasan the Kate, Chitabat lost it does it, sin and needy, be the Hajat Kash. Then he goes further in verse 4. These are the ones who have not been defiled with women. And that word soiled, or that word stain, that Greek word that was used, defiled, it actually means to stain or to soil. Osani be bikindas. How is it you say stain? Chin bahada teno. Horrible. Beina. For they have kept themselves chaste, or as virgins, not knowing women. Sani behikinait ashi ado odaji lada. Tedati in God eya became Jonila later on. They had kept themselves chaste. These are the ones who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. Jesus eya does not in what Jesus eya da kwanajin. They didn't know women. Sani ado bichda hijos inda. Seda digin edas nash ingo. Seda bikeda jit ego. Bikechi hijis kay. There's some people that are like that. God, that's it in that. Example, what is Paul himself? He was not married. After his Damascus experience, Damascus Road experience. It's an unusual, a peculiar group. But Jesus, and they're a part of that 144,000. These have been purchased. There again, that word purchased. Transfer of ownership. Bought, paid for with a price. From among men, the Nehbelash like the Nidan, not Ade Chidapados, even purchased from among men, as first fruits to God and to the Lamb. This word, first fruits, nigo, tigin bizarre, behatilia, Toda the bar that needs in the Atoda the shop that needs in the sha. The end bizarre, Anisha, first fruits, nego. The idea is that it's sendanist, aniki. They're still fresh. Dodanish nai. They're not old, they're fresh. The yin bishayot. First fruits. Eugene, last 2 weeks ago, when Cain and Abel. Cain, not the yinijanish ninde, do first fruits neither. Oyosh kashko, beyosh kashko, beyosh kashko. The fresh stuff, the first fruits, that's it. Chojos in. Ado in the hashi yosh kashke sho shikad la honon geniziko a cord hadashin danis ana ade la obes hasdol chitod the in between. Nahijishni bansitza. Ebony nadi in obes ilida. See, God wants our first fruit. The end when the Hinesh ego. Sedash Sahiki Nahi Niko. E Bedi in Bichinahi Gladolish. On the Hitriko Hashi, Chinil Indo Hashi, Ajwata, Adoinda, Abetaki Hadoshin, that the Indenation or the heat on kindness and that. He wants the first fruit from us. Oh, you first fruits. That's what pleases God so much, is the first fruits. These were the first fruits to God and to the Lamb. Allah ador Jesus Christ. That's God's viewpoint, that they are the first fruits among men, given to God and to Jesus Christ. Given over to him. Verse 5. Further description of these men, or these 144. And no lie was found in their mouth. Bezede yochid ado chatahuiz lea. Ado shapikene tata nila. That word lie, to learn or discover, or untruth. The things of God are established in truth. In God, but the untruth, the falsehoods, the lies, See, that's the complete opposite of what Christianity or the things of God begin. So there was nothing but truth in their mouth. Yadashti. Nini eya ye yadashti. Otlanin began to speak God's word. Khalati nini Dibe yan hitiko. Debe yan hitiko. Yochi dosha. They yan hitadon lishko. That's how they were. No lie was found in their mouth. That word found, the Greek word, it means to